Welcome to otakusandgeeks.com. Justin here. We're back with our top 10. Last top 10, we did the top 10 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games. This time, our top 10 for episode 2 is the top 10 villains from the Dragon Ball franchise. Now, that means we can pull from Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Super, the manga, and various video games as well. So, everybody is eligible to be on this list. Let's kick it off with number 10. Number 10 is Baby from Dragon Ball GT. If there is one character from GT that we would love to see Akira Toriyama make and put his own spin on, it's definitely Baby. What made Baby such a compelling villain is the fact that he kind of had this invasion of the body snatchers angle. Like he can go into he's a parasite. He can go into people, change them and mold them into the way he wants to be, take over their body completely. We thought it was a very compelling arc, and we thought he had the best arc. Sorry, Omega Shenron had the best arc in the Dragon Ball GT series, hands down, with some really great attacks. And Baby is responsible for introducing Super Saiyan 4 because Goku had to go to that next level in order to defeat Baby. So Baby, I think, is definitely worthy of one of the best in the franchise. Number 9, we have Janemba. That was no voice actor. That was me doing that. Yes, Janemba, another one of those compelling, really cool villains. Now he doesn't have much of a back story arc that you really sink your teeth into. But we put Janemba on the list as one. His design is so cool too. If you play the Dragon Ball Fighters game, you know how brutal this man's attacks are. Everybody uses Janemba that I know. This guy is a beast. Two, the attacks and just the ability for us to be introducing Gogeta to the franchise with his movie. Janemba was definitely worthy of being on this list. Very cool design, cool attacks, menacing look. He was great. I would love to see an updated version with backstory and dialogue from Janemba to really get into that character. I mean, there's so much they can bring into the Super series now and just really incorporate more of those villains from the movies and now GT that they can really incorporate and really make it their own with Super. Let's go into number 8. Number 8 is Cooler. Cooler, who is the brother of Frieza that appeared in 2 movies of the Dragon Ball Z franchise, which was Cooler's Revenge and the Return of Cooler when he went into Namek and became Metal Cooler. I like Cooler, and I like the relationship him and Frieza have, and I would love to see that explored. I would love to see a prequel or Cooler come back in Super and have his own arc where they really explore Frieza's family, because we got introduced to King Cole. Of course, we know Frieza and we saw a little bit of Cooler, but to see that relationship dynamic and more of Cooler and Frieza's culture is something I would love to see explored. Very compelling with the relationship between Cooler and Frieza. So I would definitely love to see more of that. Hopefully down the line when we do more Dragon Ball. Number 7 is King Piccolo from the Dragon Ball series, and of course the original Dragon Ball. Hands down, very menacing and the best villain in the Dragon Ball franchise when in that series. I mean, as Team 4 Star will put it in their joke, I'm sorry, my dad killed Chaozu. King Piccolo was so menacing, especially during the tournament. Obviously, his goal was to take over the world, and then he sped up the egg, which gave us the Piccolo that we know today. Very compelling villain. Loved him to this day. I would love to see kind of a return of King Piccolo where he fights Piccolo. So that'll be a cool father versus son type of dynamic. I would love to see. I'm fan fictioning right now. Let's go into number 6. I mean, he had to be on this list. I mean, yes, he's technically a good guy now, but Vegeta. You can't not have Dragon Ball villains and not put Vegeta somewhere on this list. From the Saiyan saga to the mid of Frieza saga, then a little bit of Majin Vegeta. Vegeta has been a force of nature and a bane to the Z fighters, especially during the first Saiyan arc, where he didn't even fight the other Z fighters. He just fought Goku. But the fact that his presence was so felt by, I mean, come on, the Saiyan Saga gave us the iconic Yancha meme. I mean, we had the death of Chaozu, Tien, Piccolo. All the Z fighters was just erased by Vegeta and Nappa, and just by Vegeta's actions there. And he has, to me, Vegeta is the best character in Dragon Ball Z because of his arc. I mean, you got a guy who started as a villain, really grew as a character, and became one of the most well-respected characters in the Dragon Ball franchise. He has one of the best arcs, to me, better than Goku, because Goku's kind of a static character. He kind of doesn't change that much, but Vegeta, you see that progression and that character growth, and definitely he was a very compelling villain then, especially during the Majin Vegeta saga, where you really get to see his motivations. It's just still trying to be the best and be better than Goku. That was just one hell of a villain. Definitely worthy of the list. Number 5. Now, this is where we're going to get a little controversial here, because some people are like, why'd you put this person? Goku Black. Zamzu Goku Black. Definitely, man, best arc in Dragon Ball Super. Sorry, world, the multiverse tournament. I'm sorry, the Tournament of Power. This, to me, was the definitive and show stealer of Dragon Ball Super. I mean, that arc with Future Trunks and Super Trunks, you could kind of say too. I mean, he brought it. I mean, just the motivation, and once again, Goku's the motivation, but just the motivation of Zamzu and Goku Black. It worked perfectly. It fit very well, and just the plan, the execution, the fight scenes, the attacks. I mean, and come on, he's another one of the most used characters in fighters and in Xenoverse as well. Hands down, he had to be in the top 5 for us, because it was just amazing, just not only to introduce new villain, but actually have them rival previous villains as well. Goku Black, definitely worthy. Number 4, and this is where we're gonna get to the obvious type of list on our list. Number 4, Majin Buu. Me personally, I am not a huge fan of Majin Buu, but I cannot deny when he went Super Buu. Oh man, blew up the earth. Super Buu was fire, because just very compelling villain, very menacing when he was Super Buu. Kid Buu was okay, but I mean, he made Goku step up his game. He made Gohan step up his game. We got Vegito, which is my favorite form of fusion. I mean, Majin Buu brought it, man. So definitely worthy of the list. Number 3, Broly. Broly. Now, which Broly am I talking about? I'm not talking about the original Broly that we got with his motivations is because Goku cried is the reason why he, hates Goku. I'm talking about Super Broly, Dragon Ball Super Broly. Way, way better. Gave us flushed out Broly perfectly. Gave us reasons for why Broly is the way he is, especially with his father Paragus, and really explored that father-son dynamic, which made him kind of a sympathetic type of villain, but you can see that build up, the way he was just kicking everybody's ass. And I love the ending when Goku was like, just call me Kakarot, which if they decide to do a sequel down the line, we will finally get that Kakarot. So Broly, hands down, one of the best villains out there. I mean, his attacks is crazy, by the way. Super powered, really compelling. I mean, Dragon Ball Super Broly movie really made me love the character even more by fleshing him out and really adding more meat to the bones. Number 2, and this is my personal favorite, but this is my personal favorite. To me, this is number 1, but I got voted out. So number 2 is Cell and the androids. Now I know some of y'all be like, oh wait, the androids are separate from Cell. Cell technically is an android too, right? So Cell and the androids, and I will have to say that is my favorite arc in the Dragon Ball Z franchise. Man, Cell and the androids. The androids, not to mention, has been a presence since Dragon Ball with the Red Ribbon Army with Dr. Gero when Goku was a little kid, all the way till Dragon Ball Z. And you still feel them to this day with Super, because you still have 17 and 18 running around. Not to mention they were in GT with Super 17. They have been a menacing force and a heavy presence throughout the Dragon Ball franchise since the beginning. The androids are definitely menacing, dangerous, and especially during the Android saga. I mean, 17 and 18, and even in Future Trunks' timeline, they killed everybody until Trunks came back and waxed that ass. And Cell, my favorite villain. Cell is just cool, calm, collected. He has his goal of perfection, and he fought my favorite character, Gohan, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, which is to me one of the best moments in Dragon Ball Z. Number one, I mean, it has to be nobody else but Frieza. Of course, it was going to be Frieza. Frieza has had the most impact, not just commercially, not just mainstream, but overall, he is just, if you watch Dragon Ball GT, he is, excuse me, not GT, if you watch Dragon Ball Super, Frieza is the overall main villain. And completely, he is the Joker to Goku's Batman. He is the Lex Luthor to Goku's Superman. He is the arch nemesis of this franchise. And yes, he has changed a little bit in Super. You know, he was on the team of the Tournament of Power. He's with them, but he's still Frieza at the end of the day. You can't trust him. He killed Krillin. He's the reason why Goku went to Super Saiyan. He came back. He constantly he's constantly upgrading his power to Golden Frieza. I mean, he is such a compelling villain. He has a great backstory. I would, like I said, with the cooler pick, I want to see more of his lineage. I want to see more of his backstory, where he comes from with his family and everything else. I would like to see that more interpreted down the line to get more fleshed out. But hands down, Frieza is number one, the best franchise villain for Dragon Ball. If you have a different list, leave a comment section. If what you think about our list, do you think our list sucks? Do you think I'm crazy for putting Janemba on the list? Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you're watching this on YouTube, and don't forget to visit oldtacosandgeeks.com. Most importantly, you can follow us on our social media channels. The link is in the description. This is Justin signing off saying, later days. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.